So in this special junior player episode, I'm going to introduce you to a brother and sister out of Covert, Michigan, who both love this great game of pool. And we're not only going to see how they play on day one, but you'll also see their transformation in just a few days of training. I'm also going to show you Karsyn's progress in her final 4 days, and even though our time is limited when we did train together, she still exceeded all expectations. But first, let's meet Alyssa and Zack, a brother and sister who both want to play professional pool.
Zack Wells.
I'm Alyssa. Well, I want to become a professional pool player.
I also want to become a professional pool player.
I've been playing since I was probably 5 or 6.
And you've been playing since I was 8, I think.
I think my problems might be getting shapes on the ball and cue control.
I think my problems are also getting the shapes and figuring out which route to take for an out.
So we'll return to Alyssa and Zack in a moment, but first, let's see how Karsyn did in her final few days of training.
Her normal rhythm is more like this, and then what, a couple times? 2, 3,
I do 2 warm-up strokes, and then pause, and then there, and then shoot.
Okay. Well, there is a trap you can pull into. You just do your thing, 1, 2, pause, and then shoot. Sometimes you do it mechanically, and you end up not really lined up. So this time, when you do your normal strokes, then you stop, then you do these right here. You're only going to go like that. What you're doing is just fine tuning, getting real precise. Right there, lock it in. There you go.
In my third day with Karsyn, we focused on fine-tuning her aim. And one issue that some juniors have is that their aiming becomes too mechanical. And with Karsyn, she was getting into the same routine on every single shot, where she would stroke twice, stop the tip, and then shoot. And because of the precision that's required in pocketing balls, especially on a table like the one Karsyn plays on where pockets are extremely tight, Karsyn really needs to start fine-tuning her aim. And once Karsyn was more comfortable with fine-tuning her aim, we then went through some shots that she needs to learn to improve her pattern play.
Yeah, and the trick is, if it comes off flat, it might head toward the corner. If you're able to get some rotation with the right actually pulls it to this rail. It doesn't require that big of a stroke.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's pretty simple. So we're going to put it right here. And this is the same thing. So it's pretty simple. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Once you start learning all these little shots, you can put this cube anywhere you want. Getting better.
Just still a little
What do you got there, barely? That was nice. You didn't need it on top of it either, you just stroked it. Now you can see it's a little flat on that one. Just get your high action.
Yeah.
That's money.
And Karsyn is an extremely fast learner.
High action.
She not only performed the shots correctly after only a few attempts,
You really have to throw
but she also understood the physics behind the cue ball's reaction off rails and object balls. And this knowledge is really going to help her down the line when she's practicing on her own.
There we go. Are they all easier for you?
Yeah.
By the fifth and sixth day, Carson's knowledge of angles and pattern play had greatly improved, and she was seeing patterns more clearly, and she was also becoming more confident in her cue ball control.
Well, I've learned a lot about just how to move the cue ball around in the easiest and simplest ways in all these different patterns. We spent a lot of time using, moving the cue ball around without English, and then when you add a little bit in, you can still do it without using a ton. I really felt that I learned a lot about taking the simplest paths in my patterns so that I don't have to work hard when I'm trying to write out.
I think she did really, really well. I watched her from day one come from 3 balls, make her way up to close to 7, and that was with multiple patterns. So I'm really, really proud of you. I'm really proud. I'm glad that you stuck it out too, because you had school, a ton of homework. This is crunch time right now in school, and you never gave up. You never bailed out on tour. You stuck with it, and that really, really made me feel good. I'm very, very happy about that. You know me and my work ethic.
Yeah.
So you really made your dad proud, and your mom too. We are both very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
So you see what 6 days, and they weren't full days, but you get to see what that small amount of commitment, how that changed your game in just in less than a week.
Right.
Your game is at another level right now. And you learned so much in just 6 days. So a big shout out to Tor. Thank you very, very much.
I really enjoyed my time with Karsyn and Patrick. Karsyn is a talented girl both on and off the pool table. She has dreams of not only becoming a doctor, but also someday competing in professional pool tournaments. And she may even make a return visit on an upcoming episode of 14 Days. So back in Michigan, I had to work quickly to correct any problems in Zack and Alyssa's pool games. And one problem is that they live in a remote area of Michigan where pool instruction is hard to find. So they've developed a few bad habits that needed to be corrected. So after watching them both play ghost pool, I knew right away the issues that needed to be addressed. And these are issues that are common with most junior players. For instance, their stances are a little unstable and they're not very consistent. And when they shoot, they both tend to raise their heads during the shooting process. And just by correcting these issues, it's really going to help both of their games immensely.
Right. We'll have to be pointing more parallel to the shooting line. Yeah, you want it over here. here. Yeah, there you go. Now you want separation.
And I'm also going to correct their grips and their bridges.
See if I can get another backhand. You'll never see a good player doing this or this. Never. What they do is they put their stick down like this, then they go like this. Because the trick is you want your stick flat on every single shot. You want it as flat as possible. Once you start making a bridge, you're going at an angle.
Then, we began some ball pocketing drills to help reinforce these new changes.
And you make sure when you break the shoe, you're not throwing it down. Just like that.
But the big problem that plagues junior players is pattern play. Junior players usually have a limited knowledge of shots, which prevents them from playing correct patterns when playing 8-ball or 9-ball. So I started them both off with half-table pattern play. They have to learn how to move the cue ball without using left or right English before they can start spinning the ball. And they're also going to learn how to roll the cue ball into position, which is going to require a less forceful stroke. And once they understand how the cue ball moves without English, then later when they are using English, they're going to have a much better idea of where the cue ball is going.
Great. And if you want, you can even hit that maybe a hair below center. You're not trying to draw it. You're just going to hit it a little below center. Did you hit it?
Yeah, I got it.
You do, that's tough. Your line is good. So when you miss these shots, you're just hitting right there. Yeah, that looks pretty simple. This is the,
No, I'm over there, so I want to take this one.
you have 4?
Yeah, that was 4-3.
Wow, this is for the whole match. This is a big shot.
Yeah.
And both players have natural ability when it comes to pool, so it didn't take that long before they were running 3 and 4 balls consistently.
That's your record.
Yep.
Did you, who won?
He did first.
Oh, you guys got first.
So next, we worked on full table pattern play and problem shots. And when one of the players struggled with a position shot, we would just set it up over and over and over again. And it was important for them to get a feel for how to hit the shot correctly.
Let's get a little better.
And when many juniors miss a shot, it's usually because they're not confident in the position outcome of the shot. So they end up steering the cue ball. By the final couple days, both players had performed several runs the correct way, and their understanding of patterns and cue ball movement had greatly increased since day one. And also, they were both keeping their heads down much better. Alyssa and Zack are great kids that both have a passion for this great game. If they can continue to work hard after I'm gone, I have no doubt they both will become pool monsters. So coming up in 14 days, I spent some time in New York with 3 great participants, Mike, Lisa, and Derron. All 3 players are looking to become higher rated league and tournament players. I also spent time with Nick out of upstate New York, who runs the Western New York Pool Tour. He's already a pool monster with several big wins under his belt, and he's beaten some of the best players in the world. But he realizes that he's about a ball or a ball and a half away from being one of the elite players in the country. So he invited me to his home to see if I could help him improve his game. And it didn't take long for me to discover a couple issues in his mechanics. So we'll see if we can help Nick get to that next level, and we'll be doing the training on his personal 5x10 table.